Hey guys, welcome back to our second edition of the Lake House Wellness Campaign. My name is Winnie Kisache and we're focusing on wellness in a pandemic. Today our topic is mental wellness and self-esteem. And to help us discuss this topic, we have a wonderful guest with us. She's called Linda Nabatanzi. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for honoring our invitation, for being here with us. It's really good to have you. Grace has been a counselor since 2017, and I'm really excited to have you here to help us discuss this, because I know that self-esteem affects so many people out here in Uganda and in the world at large. But I would like to know, in your opinion and in your experience, how does self-esteem affect your mental health?
I think even before we go into that, I think it would be nice to identify what self-esteem might mean to anyone and everyone. Self-esteem is just your perception of self, the value you attach to yourself, what you love about yourself, why you think the good things in life you are deserving of those things. So it's basically your self-esteem is perception and the value attached to yourself, your worth. Yes. So how does that play into our mental health? Someone might ask the question of, is low self-esteem maybe a mental health problem? It actually is not, but it could lead you to have a mental health struggle, like anxiety or depression if it's not high up there. So low self-esteem, when you say the esteem, does it play into your mental health? The low self-esteem will play into your mental health, actually into your mental illness or mental unwellness, but the high self-esteem will play into your mental health, your mental wellness.
Yes.
Meaning, if you have low self-esteem, you could be susceptible to things like anxiety and depression. And anxiety is just constant worry of either what people think, of what you think of yourself, the things you can achieve, self-doubt, a constant thinking of doom, pending doom with anything and everything that you do. Whereas when it comes to depression is constant sadness or emptiness, and losing interest in the things that you used to love. Meaning if you have low self-esteem and then you might suffer depression, meaning you're sad. If you used to love to go to watch football, you don't do that anymore. If maybe there's a promotion at work, you will not fill in for that position thinking, will I be able to,
you can't fill those shoes,
something like that.
We have people on here who are watching that have been going through a lot during this pandemic. I mean, COVID has caused so many people to lose their jobs. People have lost lives, so they've lost their loved ones. And I have had so many people tell me that they've gone into a depression. And they're just not okay. Some of these people have been battling with low self-esteem for a very long time, and they probably had their mother to comfort them or to bring them back to normal, and then their mother goes away. So where do they find this comfort? How do they get back to normal and feel like they can make it back in life and they can build their self-esteem again?
You've heard the quote, happiness is an inside job.
Yeah.
While there's a lot that can happen around us, the onus is upon us still to get back on your feet, because the things that happen to us, it's funny. Normally when people come to me for anything, there is this thinking that I'm in it alone. This is my problem, this is my baggage, this is my burden. But I don't know, we don't have it a lot here in Uganda, but very many other countries, they have support groups. Support groups where maybe people have lost their loved ones, people are battling addiction. They actually go and share, and normally they share about their story. And I think in our society, what we have been taught to do is to shy away from the bad things in our story. Yeah. So you're supposed to just tell the good stuff. And okay, if someone says, okay, how did you start up this farm? Right now you earn maybe make 20 million a day, and someone is going to say something like, okay, I started with one banana plantation.
Yes, motivational speakers.
And then banana plantation, I don't know, I sold it to there's a gentleman. Then he gave me, I don't know, but they don't tell us exactly
what they did,
the roadmap to their destination. What was the journey like? And when people are talking about that journey, they are more interested in the hardships in that journey. What challenged you, and then how did you. So coming back to the question of everything that has happened around COVID and how can people get out of that, because all that will cause low self-esteem, maybe loss of confidence in yourself, and even in your relationships, the people that maybe you thought would help you are not helping you. Number one, find someone you can trust. It may not be me, it may not be a counselor, it may not be a professional. Have someone you can trust. We have so many friends, but in this circle of 10 friends, who can you talk to? Who can you rely on? And most importantly, who will keep your things confidential?
Yes.
Who will not strip you naked next door and say, oh, by the way, so and so is going through this, but just don't say anything about it. So find a confidant, someone you can trust, not really to even give you advice, but to listen, so that you can offload on them and move away or go away lighter. Number 2, do not be so hard on yourself.
Yes.
Do not be so hard on yourself, because whatever is happening to Uganda happened globally. So it was something we did not want, we did not anticipate, and it happened to all of us, So don't be so hard on yourself. Allow yourself to make the mistakes. Okay? Normally we are so hard and harsh and very judgmental. When things happen to us. I have learned to let myself be. Yesterday I posted a picture on my status, and it was natural hair and it was blown out, and yes, it was not washed, but from a distance it looked very nice. I allowed myself
to shine.
No, I allowed myself to. Yes, it was not washed, but I couldn't make it to the salon on time. I didn't want to hold it. I couldn't comb it actually. It was so hard. But I've made peace with my hair, its texture. Yes. So let people allow themselves to make mistakes and to own their mistakes. And then these mistakes, let them be part of your beautiful story.
Yes.
Yeah? Anyone who has watched anything about me, I have talked about my story and how I became a counselor. I made mistakes in my career, and now I'm here. Yes. Eating your money and then holding your hand.
Yes.
Your issues.
Yes.
So the 3 things: find a confidant, allow yourself to make mistakes, and then cut yourself some slack.
Yes. It's interesting you were talking about sharing your picture on your WhatsApp, and people have been affected by social media. Someone goes on Instagram and views someone's profile, and they think this person has made it in life. But people are hiding behind pictures. You can't really tell how someone is doing because of social media. And then we've seen people who have 10,000 followers on social media killing themselves because they're not okay. But then Winnie in Uganda will be following this person, thinking this person has made it in life. What do you say to those people?
You see, there is no one who would want to put out their worst self to the world. When they say show up, you're supposed to show up with your best self. So if let me take you back to, this is my good side, that is my good side.
This is an inside joke, guys. When we were choosing where to sit, I was like, this is my good side. But continue.
So you have to present your best self to the world. So that is what everyone does. That is what I also do. But I have learned not to compare myself to someone else. Let me take an example of social media. There are so many platforms and forums. I personally find Twitter so fast for me. I'm trying to catch up.
Yes.
I'm struggling
to
catch up. Then Instagram has a whole different dynamic. You have to put up pictures. If you don't put up pictures, followers drop off, because they want to see what next, what else, So I have learned not to compare myself to the rest of the world, because I don't know which standard or which yardstick they are using. I don't know anything else in their life. I don't know their circumstances. So what I would tell anyone, if you're feeling stressed about social media and how many followers you have and how other people are eating, are living your life or your best life. They are living it like, it's like a movie in your eyes. I think the best thing to do is don't compare.
Don't compare yourself.
You're on a different journey, different path. Your circumstances are different.
And you have your own time.
Yes. When things come, when the things are good, let them be. Show us your best self. When things are bad, find another person to talk to. And also the other thing of putting your best foot forward, you're showing up, representing yourself in a good light. It catches on after some time, even when you feel bad. Like for instance, today, I couldn't show up here without, a face piece.
Wearing makeup. Yes.
Yes, it builds my self-esteem. I show up to the world looking, proper in the right way. So do not compare yourself.
Build your confidence.
Don't compare yourself to the world. Yes.
And we've also had social media accepting people who look a certain way. You have to be a size 12. You have to be, you have to have a clear skin. You have to have this kind of hair. You have to, So people are following these trends. And those who can't afford end up,
feeling so bad.
Yes.
I think when you talk about acceptance, I think let's learn to accept ourselves. Accept yourself first. Accept yourself. Then allow yourself. Then be content with yourself. Because acceptance I think it's the best thing that can ever happen to anyone.
Yes.
For instance, if I can't afford a dress that is costing 1 million to go to a party, there are two things. Do I want to go for the party? Or don't I want to go for the party? Or can I skip the party?
Yes.
So the choice is mine. If I have to be at this party, I'm going to find something that fits my budget. Okay? Meaning I'm accepting my circumstances that I can't afford 1 million.
You're living within your means.
Thank you.
Yes.
But it comes from accepting your circumstances. And then working towards that 1 million one day. Just because you can't afford it now does not mean you'll not be able to afford it someday.
Yes.
I think that the struggle is in trying to catch up so fast. Yeah? Without realizing that the people that you're competing with were on a journey. At a certain point in their life, they couldn't afford the 1 million dress.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Grace. We have a little bit more for Grace when we come back, but please leave comments down below and let us know what you think about the topic. Welcome back, guys, and thank you for keeping here with us. We're still discussing mental wellness and self-esteem. And with us, we have Grace Linda, who has been sharing so many insights about our self-esteem and how it affects our mental health. Grace, when you were sharing a little bit about yourself, you talked about making some mistakes on your journey to being a counselor, to being where you are now. Those mistakes that you made, didn't they affect your self-esteem?
I like your question very much. I'm not going to say here on social media that I cried. Anyway, yes, it definitely did, because imagine your parents pay for one course, you go to that course, not that you like it, but because they want that for you. So they paid for this course. I didn't like it. So after one semester, I left, I abandoned that course.
Wow.
And then joined another course that ideally my parents, another uncle thought that, this is more lucrative and it's more, you'll get a job very fast. So I went into accounting. I was never good at math. Yeah, all through high school, I knew that about myself. So I flunked. At a certain point, I flunked this other course and I abandoned it.
Wow.
Yes. So I was what maybe other people would call someone who doesn't finish.
Yes, non-finisher.
Non-finisher. Now there's, of course, we know non-starter, but then there's the non-finisher. Yeah,
yes.
So I would start but
never finish.
So anyway, in that whole process of finding myself, finding my grounding, finding what I loved, and then also hoping that at a certain point I'll make money from it. Then I found counseling.
Wow. But
even counseling, I think my personality was such that I get bored so easily.
Yes.
That is now a thing I discovered along the way. I didn't know. Because I was wondering, why do I just don't like maybe school? Am I just tired? So in the process, when I got into counseling, at a certain point, it got boring. But what I decided was I'll finish.
Yes.
Whatever it is, I'll finish this course. So yes, it caused a lot of low self-esteem, because imagine, while my classmates were in their third year, I was starting as if my first year.
Wow.
In a course I loved.
Yes.
But yes, I was far behind. They were getting their first jobs as nowhere like finishing school, as just starting. So imagine when someone meets you and they're like, oh, by the way, where do you work? And you're like, you don't know what to tell them.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, I didn't feel good about myself. I didn't feel good about my accomplishments. I didn't feel good about anything in my life at a certain point. Yeah, but after I was done with the course, during the course, I think constantly I knew that my heart was in the right place.
Yes.
Yeah, because I performed so well. And then when I finally got done, I started to see that I was enjoying what I was doing. Yes. So low self-esteem is not a disease.
It's not,
it's
as many may think.
No, it's a state, and it's a state of mind where you just feel bad about yourself because of the experiences you've gone through.
Yes.
Maybe sometimes life has not been fair to you, or people have not been fair to you. Or sometimes these things we bring them upon ourselves, but then you can come out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. And yeah, so from environmental science to CPA into counseling.
Wow. I'm sure there's someone out there who is like you, who can relate to you. How can they reach you?
Yeah, I prefer that people write emails.
Yes.
Yeah. grace.linda@beautifulaspirations.life. grace.linda@beautifulaspirations.life.
Okay. Yes. Guys, we're going to leave Grace's email address just in the description, so be sure to email her if you have a problem, and if you want to just talk to her. She talks to everyone. Don't be shy, and she'll be here. All right.
I'm also talking to her.
Yeah, like she's talking to me, so don't be shy. Anyway, that's all we had for you on this topic. Thank you so much for watching. We still have another session with Grace Linda, and don't hit that dial button. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.